All right, dear children, welcome back to the class. We're looking at the chapter called Fundamental Unit of Life, that is cell, and we're about to see this osmosis at cellular level. So how it happens? Okay, we have seen these examples of groundnuts and this kismis, that is raisins. Their swelling and all. We have seen this. No, now what happens at a cellular level? That's what we are supposed to look at. Now, I have made one PDF here. I'm taking use of all sources. So now, once you have a look at this, now whenever you wash your clothes, right, dear children? Whenever you wash your clothes, don't you think your hands become like this, dear children? I mean,
Yes,
whenever you
sir.
are putting your hands in water, I mean, you feel like your hands have, I mean, they have shrunk, right? I mean, there is a shrinking of your hands, right? I mean, like this, there will be some layers, right, dear children? Whatever layers are there here, it happens, no?
Yes, sir.
Have you thought any time what is the reason for this? Why they happen like that? Okay, that reason we are going to say in this class. Then we are going to introduce so many things. Okay, dear children.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Moving forward, look at this. Whenever you are putting your hand, right? You are putting your hand in this soap solution means, I mean, soap is there means. So there are, I mean, solute particles, no? Everywhere soap particles, detergent particles are there or not, dear children? Everywhere soap particles are there, everywhere. That means the solute concentration is more and the water concentration is less in the soap water or not. I mean, here less water is there, and don't you think from inside the body, inside our hand, water is more? That's why all water will be coming out, no, dear children? All this water may
Yes,
Yes.
come out, no? Yes or
yes,
no?
sir.
So if water is coming out, what will happen? Definitely, whenever water is coming out, I mean, whatever our hands are there, they will shrink like this, no, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So,
Yes,
so this is due to osmosis or not? So, if they are asking you why they shrink, means you have to say due to osmosis. Just to give you some idea about what is osmosis, in the last class only I have told you. What is that? Here, less concentration of solute particle is there. Here, more concentration of water, solute particles is there. So, water will be moving from, from this higher concentration of water is there or not? High concentration of water. Here, higher concentration of water is there. So water will move from its higher concentration to lower concentration. No, here, water concentration is less on this right side thing because solute is more. That's why water will move. Its level of water will increase. I explained this in the last class, no, dear children? Osmosis.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
And this is the semi-permeable membrane. Through this semi-permeable membrane, water will be going. So I have explained all these things in the last class already, dear children, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so these things are explained. Now, I mean, in NCRT also they have explained all these situations already. I have given you. For example, these resins. No, look at these resins. These are the kismis, right? I told you these are the resins. Now, if you put them in normal water, for example, in normal water, don't you think they swell? In the normal water, if you are putting them, they will be swelling. No, dear children.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If the same things, if the same resins, if you put in salt water, don't you think they shrink? They will be shrinking, no? If they're put, if you put them in salt water or this more sugary water, if you put them, they will shrink, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
now there must be some doubt to you whether it happens or not. You can do this on your own, and you can do this in your home. Dear children, whatever these kismis are there, if you just put them in water, I mean, this is the water, okay? Here, just water is there, plain water is there, okay? So this plain water is there. In this plain water, if you are keeping this kismis, okay, if you place this kismis inside this, what happens here is if you place this kismis inside, now here outside water concentration is more, no? Water concentration is more, right? Water concentration is more outside, no? And inside this resin, I mean, how this resin is made, how this kismis is made. You know about grapes, no, dear children? These grapes are there. These grapes are bigger in size. Now, whenever water is escaped from these grapes, it will be converted into a resin or a kismis, right? Like this, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So this grape is bigger in size, all water escaped. I mean, there are so many processes to do this. So I get this resin or I get this kismis here. Now, when I put in this, inside this kismis, what is more? Solute is more, no? Only sugar content is more. So that's why what happens here is all the water content from outside, it enters or not? Yes or no? All the water
Yes,
will
sir.
be entering. So that's why after some time, if you take it out and if you observe this kismis by taking it out, and don't you think it has become bigger, dear children? Its size has become bigger or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes
Yes,
or
sir.
no? Or are you getting my point? Now this is the process. Now this solution, no, where I mean this solution or any water it is there, any solvent for that matter, any solution which is having more concentration of water than the cell. Now this kismis can be compared to a cell. So these kind of solutions are called as hypotonic solutions, dear children. What these solutions are called? These are called as a hypotonic solution. What is the meaning of hypotonic solution? Hypotonic solution means the meaning of hypotonic solution is the solution having more water concentration than the cell is called hypotonic solution. Please write down this definition. The solution whose water concentration is more than the water concentration of cell is called hypotonic solution. Hypo means more, okay? Hypotonic solution. Understood, dear children? If somebody asks you what is hypotonic solution, will you be able to tell?
yes, sir.
Yes or no? The solution, look at this. This is water, no, normal water it is. Normal water. There is no solute particle. If you place this kismis inside this, resin inside this, water will get into this. Because inside this kismis, water is less. Okay, that's why it is getting into that. So this hypotonic solution, and this process of getting of water into that cell is called endosmosis. That process is called as what, dear children? Endosmosis. Endosmosis. Okay, spelling is like endosmosis. Clear, dear children? Endo means inside. Endo means what? Inside, okay? Inside. And osmosis means, you know this. Osmosis means it is a process actually. Osmosis means it is a process of movement of water, no? Yes or no? So whenever this when a cell is placed in hypotonic solution, water enters into the cell. This phenomenon is called, or this process is called, endosmosis. Clear, dear children? This process is called, tell me, endosmosis. Clear? If somebody asks you what is endosmosis, will you be able to write?
Yes, sir.
Endo means I mean inside this water is moving. No, osmosis means, you know, and endo means inside. Endosmosis is like movement of this water inside the cell into the cell when the cell is placed in hypotonic solution. This is called as endosmosis. We got two words here. One is endosmosis, another is a hypotonic solution. Clear, both of these?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now look at this. Next thing is like, now here is the container, dear children. Here is the container I have, and in this I have salt water. What water I have? I have salt water. Very, salt water. I mean, concentration of salt is very high. Now in this salt water, if you place any kismis, if you bring any kismis, what will happen? Tell me. I mean, here salt water means water concentration is less or not?
Yes,
Water
sir.
concentration is less, no? And comparatively, compared to this cell, here water concentration is less, and here water concentration is more. Always water moves from higher concentration to lower concentration or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now water will move outside of this kismis, outside of this resin, and when you take it out, it has become very small, smaller than this, no, dear children? Tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, here we introduce one word that is called as hypertonic solution. What is that? Hypertonic solution. The meaning of hypertonic solution is the solution which has lower concentration of water than the cell. Hypertonic solution means what? The solution with low concentration of water, than the cell is called as what? Hypertonic solution. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This hypertonic solution example is salt water. The solution with low concentration of water than the cell is called hypertonic solution. Okay, this document will also come to you. No need to worry about that. Hypertonic solution. Now, when you place any cell or this kismis inside the hypertonic solution, what will happen is called exosmosis, dear children. Exosmosis. You can call it as a exosmosis or exosmosis. Exosmosis means, can you tell me the definition? Tell me what is the definition? When a cell is placed inside, tell me, inside hypertonic solution, water will move out of cell, no? Water will move out of the cell. This is called exosmosis or exosmosis. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Exo
Yes,
means
sir.
outside. The meaning of exo means outside, dear children, and osmosis means, you know, okay, water is moving outside, so that is called as exosmosis. This is a very simple experiment. Everybody will be having kismis in your home. You do it today. Will you do it and send me the pictures, dear children?
Yes, sir.
I mean, this activity you do. I mean, take picture of a normal kismis. Normal one. First you take normal one. Okay. And you put it in normal water, only H2O. I mean, then what happens? Then take one pic and you put it in salt solution and take it out. Okay. You have to take it out, not inside the salt solution. After half an hour, you take it out, then take one picture. So how many pictures you have to take? You have to take 3 pictures, no? Yes. Normal kismis.
Yes, sir.
And kismis out of water and kismis out of salt solution. You take these 3 pictures and send them. Okay. Will you do this or not? Tell me.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, do this
Yes,
activity. So how many words you learned here, dear children? You learned 4 words. The first word is hypotonic solution. What is the meaning of hypotonic solution? The solution whose water concentration is more than the water concentration of cell. It's called hypotonic. And when we place the cell in a hypotonic solution, water will move into the cell. That is called as endosmosis. And similarly, we learned another called a hypertonic solution, the solution with low concentration of water than the cell. I mean, whose water concentration is less than the concentration of cell. That is called as hypertonic solution. Example is salt water. And when we place the cell in the hypertonic solution, water will move out of the cell. That is called as exosmosis, and it will shrink. Due to exosmosis, what will happen? Cells will be shrinking. Right? And due to this endosmosis, the cells will be swelling, no? They will swell, no? They will increase in size, no? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So here the size will be increased, here the size will be reduced. So you learned about this hypotonic, endosmosis, and exosmosis. And in NCERT, they have explained, some more examples also. That is like they have taken these eggs. Everybody knows about eggs, no? Eggs they have taken, and they have put these eggs in, dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute HCl. HCl, have you heard about HCl? HCl means hydrochloric acid, right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
They have placed them in the dilute hydrochloric acid, and this outside cell got digested. And when it got digested, there is a small, have you observed that inside that cell there will be one thin layer? Have you observed that? Whenever you are peeling this boiled egg, you will get to know that there is a small little thin layer, right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, or you must have observed. Those who eat egg, they must be getting to know about that. Those who don't know, they can also try, boiling this egg and removing this outside cell. You will, when you, put it in a dilute hydrochloric acid, you will get a structure like this. A little bit, that white shell will be removed, and there will be thin layer around this, very, very thin layer. Okay. Now, this experiment can also be done in the lab. And when you put these two eggs, whatever eggs are there, no, if you put them one inside the water, look at this. Its size has increased. No, here size has increased or not?
Yes,
Here
sir.
size has
Yes,
increased when you put it in water. Now this egg is like one cell only, dear children. This is like one complete cell. It is okay, big cell it is. Okay. Now when you put it in salt water, its size has reduced. No.
yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
this
sir.
water is like, what is this water? This is like hypotonic solution. And what has happened here? Endosmosis happened. That's why size has increased. Right? And this is salt solution is like hypertonic solution. And here size due to exosmosis, size has reduced. No, it has shrink, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes
Yes,
or no?
sir.
So I hope all these things are clear with respect to all those hypotonic, endosmosis, and exosmosis. And all these plants and all, how they take water, dear children? They are taking water through, here there is more concentration of water, no? Inside the earth, more concentration of water. There is some other phenomena of capillarity and all that you will learn in 11th class. And due to this osmosis only, these things will be taking water, right, dear children? These plants will be taking water. All right.
Yes,
Clear
sir.
or not? And even these bacteria, some of the bacteria and all, they will be taking water and they will be giving out water through the process of osmosis only. They have some other life processes and all that we will be learning in other classes. So like that, don't you feel osmosis is very, very important, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like that, in osmosis, no, you should know the meaning of osmosis first of all. Then you should know about hypotonic. Then you should know about hypertonic. Then you should know about endosmosis. Then you have to know about exosmosis. All those things should be known to you. Clear? Now, for this osmosis to happen, what is compulsory? Semi-permeable membrane is compulsory, dear children. Semi-permeable membrane is there, then only osmosis is possible. Otherwise, from one place to another place, water may flow. But through the semi-permeable membrane, whatever movement of water is happening, from higher concentration to lower concentration, that is only known as osmosis. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was all regarding your osmosis. I hope the concept of osmosis is clear. Now, shall we move
Yes,
to next
sir.
concept? Shall we move to next concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now, here what we study, we study about some concept called endocytosis, dear children. Everybody put the heading endocytosis. Please learn these words, biological words first of all. Has anyone heard about endocytosis? Anyone has heard this word before? Endocytosis?
No, sir.
We have our immune system, right, dear children? We have our immune system or not? We have that capability of fighting all the diseases, all the pathogens and all, right? So we have one word here. The name of that word is pathogens. What is that word? Immune system, everybody knows. Immune system means what? The ability of our body to fight any pathogens. Okay. What is that? Immune system means what? Ability or capacity. Ability of an organism. Ability of an organism to fight against pathogens. Fight against pathogens. Now you must be having a doubt. What are pathogens? What are pathogens? Tell me. Can anyone tell me? Pathogen means disease causing agents. What are the pathogens? Disease causing agents. I mean, they can be bacteria, they can be virus, they can be some fungus and all. All these disease causing agents are there. No, they are called as pathogens. And against these disease causing agents, that is pathogens, our system, our body will be having some ability to fight them. So that is only called as immune system. You say, no, you should have a good immunity, they say, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? What is the meaning of that? Immunity means if any disease it comes to me, means why we get vaccinated. We get vaccinated, no? Even through this corona vaccination and all, we get vaccinated. And you have been vaccinated to polio. You have been vaccinated to so many diseases, no? At when you are a small child. So why you got vaccinated? You got vaccinated to train your immune system. Okay, to boost your immune system, to train it, to boost your immune system. You got vaccinated, right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? To strengthen your immune system. I mean, it's not like I mean, we have given some medicine to you. No, we have trained, we have boosted your immune system. If some other pathogen comes from outside, already it is trained and it can fight against those pathogens. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in this immune system, now how it works? I mean, the cells in our body which are responsible for immune system. This responsible for immunity. Whatever responsible for immunity is there. No, which cells are responsible for immunity in human body? Tell me. Which
White
cells are
blood cells.
responsible for? Yes. So you must be having that idea. So what are they? They are white blood cells. No. White blood cells, WBC, they are the, I mean, responsible for this immunity in human beings, no, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Now, how these, I mean, white blood cell responsible for this immunity? What they do exactly is our discussion now. That process is only known as endocytosis, and there is something called exocytosis also. Endocytosis and exocytosis also. Those are two words we'll be discussing in this class. Okay, endocytosis and exocytosis. I'll explain you what is endocytosis and exocytosis. Okay, let's look into this. Now, let us assume this is our white blood cell. Here is white blood cell. Okay, this is WBC. Now, what happens, dear children? Whenever some, I mean, a pathogen comes here. So already you know what is a pathogen. So now whenever this pathogen is approaching, no, so this WBC will recognize this pathogen. So this pathogen is like external agent, right? So this is like a external agent or not? External agent or external cell it is. Now whenever this pathogen is there, no, so this external agent, whenever it is coming towards us, let me assume this has come here. Okay. Now whenever this has approached the cell, this WBC, what happens in this WBC is, now at this part, no, there will be some depression, dear children. There will be some depression. I mean, it will produce a depression like this. This membrane, cell membrane is there, no, it is produced like this. Now, this pathogen can enter into this, no? Yes or no? It can come or not? Tell me. It is going to enter here. Okay, it is going to enter here. If you see the picture here, how that picture looks like, I mean, there is a depression created already. This depression got created here, no? So it has created one depression inside. Now that pathogen, whatever that pathogen is there, that pathogen has entered here, no? So now when this pathogen has entered here, this depression size will keep on increasing, dear children. So what happens to this, I mean depression, whatever this cell is there, so this depression, it will keep on increasing because this has to provide immunity to us, no? So this will keep on increasing like this. Now this whatever pathogen is there, it will keep on entering into this, right, dear children?
Yes.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now, when it has entered completely into this, now what happens? This whatever cell is there, no? So this cell, whatever it was there, so it was producing that. Now those walls, whatever that, I mean, it has produced like this, no? This wall will be closed. This not wall, this cell membrane, it will be closed. Now whatever this pathogen is there, it is trapped here. Now when it gets trapped here, now this whatever I mean WBC is there, this WBC I mean will separate this whatever this has produced, no? So this got closed now. So this got closed means now whatever the depression is there, it got separated. And don't you think this pathogen got trapped inside?
Yes, sir.
So now what happens here, this process, whatever this process happened, no, dear children, I mean trapping of this pathogen. So this whole process is called as what? This process is called as endocytosis, dear children. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I mean it is made up of
Yes,
three
sir.
words. Endocytosis. Endocytosis means it is made up of three words. I'll explain. Please turn off your mic, all of you. Okay. So endocytosis is there, no? So endocytosis, it is made up of three words. Okay. Endocytosis. Endocytosis. First one is like endo. Endo means what, dear children? The meaning of endo is inside. Please turn off your mic. Inside. And cyto actually it is made up of a word called kyto. It is okay, kyto. Kyto means cell. Okay, this is made up of three Greek words. Okay, three Greek words are there. Okay, these are the three Greek words because we have taken a lot of words from Greek language and Latin. And osis means a process. Osis means what, dear children? Process. Okay, there is a process by the cell through which it is going to take the pathogens inside it. This process is called endocytosis. Did you understand this meaning of this word, dear children? There is a process due to which this cell is going to take pathogens inside. This is called as endocytosis. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is endocytosis? Endocytosis means the phenomenon, the process, the phenomenon of taking external cell or external agent, pathogen, you can call it anything. The phenomenon of taking external agent into the cell is called what? Endocytosis. Did you understand this?
Yes,
Clear,
sir.
dear children? Okay. Now look at this. Once it has come here, no, so this part is there, no, whatever this separated part is there, this is called as vesicle. What is the name of this word, dear children? This is called as vesicle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is vesicle. Now what will happen in this vesicle? I mean, whatever this blue colored pathogen is there, no, it will be digested. I mean, it will be split into so many parts. I will tell you, I will explain you what happens particularly. So that will get digested. I mean, this is the white blood cell, and inside this that got trapped, and whatever that pathogen is trapped, no, it will be digested. It will be split into different parts like this, digested like this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
now
sir.
once it has a digested means now this vesicle will start to move in this direction towards other part of the cell membrane. It is a cell membrane, no? It will start to move towards I mean next part of the cell membrane. It has come here. Now till the time it comes here, till the end of this I mean cell membrane, whatever necessary things are there, all nutrients, whatever nutrients, you understand the meaning of nutrients, no? Nutrients which are required for the cell, they are observed. Nutrients are observed, okay? Whatever nutrient, any protein, anything, whichever is available, it will be observed by the cell. So once these nutrients are observed, now what will happen? So whatever this cell is there, so this cell will again just expel everything outside of this cell through the same process. I mean, this whatever there will be one depression here, and again that vesicle has come and it has a joint here. Okay, it has made something like this. I mean, there will be opening on this side also, whatever it is there. No, so there will be opening this side also, and whatever this waste material is there. No, so this waste material is, I mean, sent out. It is sent out like this, and afterwards, once this waste material has sent out means, now what will happen? Whatever this cell is there, it will closes itself like this. Okay, it will closes itself like this, and afterwards it becomes a normal shape like this. Now look at this. Now again the WBC is saying, okay, and this phenomena, whatever has happened here, no, this phenomena is called as what, dear children? This is called as exocytosis. What is this? Exocytosis. What is the meaning of exocytosis? Exocytosis means the phenomena. We wrote endocytosis. No, what is endocytosis? The phenomenon of taking external agent into the cell is called exocytosis. The endocytosis we called it. No, exocytosis means the phenomenon of sending out the material outside of the cell. Outside of the cell, if we are sending, then it is called as exocytosis. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just, I mean, again, exo means outside. Cyto is written from kyto. Kyto means cell and oosis means process. Okay. So that's why exocytosis means the phenomenon. Okay. The phenomenon of sending the waste material, outside the cell. Waste material outside the cell is called exocytosis. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now if you see this
Yes,
whole
sir.
process, how this whole process looks like, and this is the cell here. Okay, this is the cell, and I have made the depression here. Yes, this is the depression, and here what happened? Here the pathogen has entered here. Okay, and after that, inside this what is formed? Inside this vesicle is formed. Okay, inside this vesicle, what happened? So inside this vesicle, so all digestion and absorption, everything has happened, and again this has come to another end. It has come here. Okay, and there is one more depression here, something like this. Yes, something like some depression is there, and what happened here? All the waste material is sent out. Right, dear children?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
or
sir.
no? So this is like endocytosis here. Okay, in one diagram you can show this endocytosis, and this is called as vesicle. All the digestion has happened, and this is called as exocytosis. Clear? Is this process clear, dear children? Okay, well, once this process has happened, again cell will come back to its normal shape, and it is ready for next pathogen. Whichever pathogen is coming here, okay, again it is ready to do that. So don't you think this white blood cell, whatever white blood cell is there, it is helping us? Don't you think that, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this so these are the fighting bodies. These produce immunity to our body. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have learned. So was it interesting, dear children?
Yes, sir. Very interesting.
Well, endocytosis and exocytosis, how it happens, it was very important for us. I mean, any external bodies, these cells will be fighting them. Okay, so this document will come to you, and you are going to write it. Okay, now this is how Amoeba also find its food, dear children. Okay, we'll discuss about that. But you have observed, no? So whatever this cell is there, no, dear children, this cell is there. So this cell is having so many parts inside that. We have observed in the previous classes that, I mean, it wants oxygen or not, and it gives out carbon
Yes,
dioxide
sir.
or not. All cells. Yeah. Now, and this cell, I mean, it will be taking water also, it will be giving water also. I mean, it will be taking water and it will be giving out water also, right? I mean, through this osmosis process, it will be happening. And here, this will be due to diffusion. So, whatever process of diffusion is there, due to that diffusion, so this process of O2 and CO2, this will be happening. And due to the process of osmosis, it will be happening, oh, dear children. So, due to this osmosis also, these things will be happening. Now, how about other molecules? We talked about so many charged molecules and all, right? So many charged molecules and amino acids, charged molecules, okay, like Na plus and Cl minus, and some amino acids and some proteins which are like big in size, amino acids. We have talked that their entry is banned, right, dear children? They cannot enter into the cell, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We talked about this bilipid layer, no? So do you remember bilipid layer? So it used to look like this. This is one phospholipid and this is another phospholipid, like that layer was there. Through the gap of this, the molecules were entering or not? I mean, this oxygen and CO2 and this H2 and all those things, so they were entering here, no? I mean, through this gap, they were entering and they were leaving out of this gap, right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
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 These large molecules, they are not able to enter into this, no? So for these large molecules, I told you there will be a process to take them, that is like endocytosis. I mean, all these molecules will enter into the cell through which process? Clear, dear children? Now if somebody asks you how there is a charged molecules and amino acids will be entering into the cell, which process, in through which process they will be entering, what will you say? You have to say endocytosis. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, Jessica. So now this endocytosis, whatever it is there, no, this endocytosis is divided into two parts. Okay, so there are two types of endocytosis, that is called as, one is phagocytosis. What is there, this, dear children? This is a phagocytosis, and another is called as pinocytosis. Phagocytosis and pinocytosis. Now, what is the meaning of phagocytosis and phagocytosis? Phagocytosis means the process of endocytosis of solid material. Whatever solid material is there, no, taking in of that material, taking in of solid material through the process of endocytosis is called phagocytosis, and the taking in of liquid material, taking in of any large liquid molecules, I mean, through the process of endocytosis is called pinocytosis. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
they ask you, what is phagocytosis, okay, already you got to know that phagocytosis means, will you write the definition for this phagocytosis?
Yes,
Phagocytosis
sir.
means, will you write the process of, the process of taking in, taking in of solid materials, taking in of solid materials through endocytosis, through endocytosis is called, through endocytosis is called phagocytosis. I hope it is clear. Now, will you write the definition for pinocytosis also, right, dear children?
yes, sir.
Yes. I mean, of course, into the cell, that is there. Into the cell, that is there for sure. The process of taking in of solid materials through endocytosis into the cell is called phagocytosis. Will you write the definition for pinocytosis also?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, so you are going to write the definition for pinocytosis also. Please write down that. Pinocytosis. What is the definition? The process of taking in taking in of liquid material or liquid molecules, liquid material into the cell through endocytosis, is called penocytosis. All right, dear children. So this is regarding phagocytosis and penocytosis. So what are the things we learned in this class, dear children? The words what we should be having idea is osmosis, hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution, then endosmosis,
Exosmosis.
exosmosis, then what is that? Just now we discussed now, endocytosis, exocytosis, okay, exocytosis, then phagocytosis and penocytosis. Right, dear children, I gave you one homework also. Okay, practice these definitions. What are these? Try to understand that, and then do that one activity of that kismis. You can do with the egg also, but I don't think you'll be getting dilute hydrochloric acid. So that's why we'll keep that pending. With kismis, you can do that, and you can send me the picture. All right, dear children.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this amoeba is there. No, this amoeba also feeds on amoeba, whatever amoeba feeding, whatever it feeds, no, it wants to eat food, no. So this amoeba also does with the same process of endocytosis only. I mean, how it does? For example, this is the amoeba, dear children. Okay, here is amoeba. This amoeba is having, I mean, it has no shape. I mean, it can get any shape like that. For example, this is the amoeba, and any food material comes inside this. Anything come inside this. I mean, what it does, this amoeba, it forms. I mean, actually, it is going and feeding. I mean, it is not forming those kind of things. It is only going and feeding towards it, because amoeba, wherever it finds food, no. So, for example, it found out food means here. I mean, it found out some material to eat means some other. I mean, other material. If it found means what it does, it goes near that, and it forms false feet like this. It forms false. I mean, actually, the process is similar to WBC only. I mean, it will allow the food material to come inside it, and it will form something. It is like this only. I mean, it forms false feet, something like this. Look at this. Does it look like a feet, dear children? So it looks like a feet. I mean, this food material, it finds that there is no space into this. I mean, there is an empty space, and don't you think this will come inside this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, whatever this false feet is formed, no, I mean, feet means I mean, all these legs, no. So this is called as a pseudopodia or pseudopodium. We call it as pseudopodium. The name for this is pseudopodium. Let me write it with a red color or maybe blue color so that it looks good to you. So this is called as, give me a minute. So this is called as pseudopodium, dear children. PSEUDO, pseudo. I mean, this is I mean, somebody call it as pseudo also. PSEUDO, pseudo, and podium. Pseudopodium. Podium means leg. What is the meaning of podium, dear children? Podium means leg, and pseudo or pseudo, we call it as a false. False. It is false leg. It looks like false leg. Understood, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Now it
Yes,
keeps on taking it inside. Okay, it keeps on taking it inside, and now look at this. I mean, this is how it has formed. Okay, now the food material has entered inside this. Okay, you know this process already. I have explained you how this happens. Okay, so once it will separate from that. I mean, here whatever it is there, no. So it has entered, and from here it will close itself, and afterwards the food will be digested here. Whatever food is there, that will be digested. Look at this. I mean, it is a pseudo, right? Pseudopodium. So here one pseudopodium and here another pseudopodium. So together, instead of podium, we use podium means it is singular. We use podia. So we call them as pseudopodia. Pseudopodia or pseudopodia, anything is fine. Podia means it is the plural form. Podium is singular. Only one leg is called pseudopodium. Another leg is called a pseudopodia. Other two legs together. And afterwards, similar things are known to you. Normal things. So what happened? So this is like it closes means it got separated, no? So that got separated, and all this food material, whatever it is there, it will get digested, and all the nutrients are observed. Whatever a nutrient absorption is there, that absorption mean you understand, no? So absorption means all the nutrients will be observed, and once these nutrients are observed, again this whatever cell is there, so this will come here, this vesicle, and again all the waste material, whatever it is there, that waste material will be thrown out, right, dear children? It will be thrown
Yes,
out
sir.
like this. Clear, dear children? And again it closes itself. Once it has thrown, it closes itself, and it becomes normal. Understood? So this is how amoeba feeds. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So did you understand this? So this is called amoeba feeding. This is how it does. And then the word you have to understand here is pseudopodium or pseudopodium, false legs, and podia is like plural form. Okay. So if somebody asks you what is pseudopodium, if somebody asks you what is pseudopodium or pseudopodium, what is the answer you are going to give? You are going to say the false feet, the false feet of amoeba, false feet of amoeba to feed on to feed. That's it. To feed is are called or is called pseudopodium. Is called pseudopodium. Understood, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand this process, whole process?
Yes, sir.
Clear now? And one more thing, now how it will be digested? There will be so many enzymes coming here. Have you heard the words enzyme? I mean, from vacuole, there is something called vacuole and all. So through this, to this, so many enzymes will be coming. Okay, so many enzymes like these will increase the rate of reaction, rate of digestion. So those will be coming to this, and it will be digested. And here also, this we discussed about this WBC, right? So during this, I mean, this vesicle is there, no? So how the things will be digested here? To digest this, what will be sent? I mean, I forgot to tell you that point here. So whenever this got entered here, no? So now this is moving, no? So during this process, what will happen here? I mean, there are enzymes coming here. So many enzymes will be coming from lysosomes. There are something called lysosomes. Inside that lysosomes organelles are there. So many enzymes will be coming and they'll be digesting this. Okay, right, dear children? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Once
Yes,
it got
sir.
separated, once it got separated means here enzymes will start to come. So these enzymes will come from lysosomes and they'll be digesting this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this is how the process continues. So how did you find today's class, dear children? Was it interesting?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
interesting.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so I'll be sending this document to you. Whatever I have explained, whatever is missing, you can make notes of that also. Otherwise, you must have written now only. Okay, and I hope today we learned about so many things, and we are getting inside the cell. We are learning about all the process of cells. Whatever process of cells are there, no, we are learning them one by one. And as we proceed into depth of this chapter, the things will become more interesting, dear children. Right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So I hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you again tomorrow with one more, interesting class tomorrow. So till then, take care and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye,
Keep
sir.
on
Thank you,
studying.
sir. Bye.
Bye, everyone.